Are we recording? I guess so. Part 4 of Elden Ring. Hopefully things are working all right. Let me refresh my viewer so I can check. Things are looking pretty good there, right? I heard some audio, so that's a good sign. So last time we equipped and upgraded the Beast Claw. I should take a quick look at the description of the Beast Claw. So we go down to the claws, and then it's a new section, Beast Claw. Weapon in the form of a carnivorous beast's vicious claws, used to perform bestial slashing attacks, uncanny to humankind. An imitation of the esoteric technique of the Horned Warriors. Okay, so that's the backstory to this weapon, is that the Horned Warriors used it. So that's why we have it in the DLC. Still haven't figured out who the Horned Warriors are, but they've been referenced several times. Those who carry this weapon wield it as though they have been possessed by a savage beast. You know it. Interesting that I can sign up for summoning here. That was not possible in the base game. Intriguing. Alright, let us return to here. How's it going, chat? Everybody having a good day? There's nobody on chat. Nice. Gravesite Plain. So there's the Scattertree. Skadootree? Skadootree sounds silly. Gotta be Scattertree. So it's nighttime. Now that I'm here, now I'll sign up for summoning. Do some co-op for a bit until I get bored of that boss. Talked to that guy last time. Everybody looks the same as before. I don't see anything like special at night. So I'm going to ignore it and come back. In fact, I'm just going to remove the marker because I don't think there's anything to it. Pretty fun. You know what? I didn't really notice it before, but they might be doing this type of attack too. Maybe they were Horned Warriors, and now they're just shadowy remains. It's entirely possible. Well, let's get my buddy. Hey, Dung Eater. Welcome to the Shadow Realm. Ouch. Ouchie. Ouch. Am I doing damage? Barely? Oh, mommy. I knew that was going to happen. Is Dung Eater dead? I think Dung Eater bit the dust.
Hey!
Hey, buddies.
Hey! Hey!
Thank you. Well, that was... that was a disaster. Having the claw-type weapon definitely encourages you to be a bit more aggressive. That's a really pretty shot. Oh, okay, so maybe the key to you... Not really. Yikes. Oof. So this would take a while to do. I'm not liking this plan. He is slow. You do gotta maintain distance. Yeah, I don't quite know what a tactic for that guy would be. Obviously, I'm not interested in finding out online through the community. I'll figure it out in due time. But there's many of these field bosses. You can see them in a few different locations. So there should be a way to deal with them. Hey, you ran ahead. Salty. I think it's a different person. Don't get cavalier, full figure. That was fun. So it can still follow the same attack strategy. Critical hit maybe doesn't do as much damage. Well, probably not, because it's the damage per second that gets improved with this type of weapon. But damage for single hits will be higher with the sword. Let's go Site of Grace. We'll leave this boss here, but you know, leave a marker. Right, chat? Okay, so avoid that guy. There's that big door over there. that might take you through to over here. You can go underneath this hill, potentially. Let's go over by the water first. Some shadowy guys wandering around with the doggy. Hey, they look familiar. They kind of look like the Erdtree, or like the minor Erdtree Guardians. These are definitely horned warriors. They got horns and everything. Maybe. I think you see me. Oh, jeez. Really, why? How dare you? Let me be. Hey, a painting. Good times. Sacred Tower painting. That's awesome. Wicked sword ahead. I forgot to offer myself up for co-op. Let's turn on that option to have the... So mark new items and show recent items tab. I guess just turn on both and then see like how it feels. So these are new items that I would not have looked at. Yeah, that's cool. Mesmer Soldier Axe. I didn't look at that. Standard Axe. Some kind of quality build-ish. Info item about the revered Spirit Ash. Info item about the Scattertree Fragments. Alright, everything else, and the info item about this new feature, everything else is from my earlier playthrough. Alright, work of wandering artist, reminiscent of a painting titled The Sacred Tower. This painter is said to have captured the landscape scene during the last moments of those welcomed into death's embrace. Wow. The soul of the painter and vestiges of the dead's last moments can be discovered by visiting the location depicted even now. Well, that's a compelling reason to go there, and also kind of scary. So, captured the landscape scene during the last moments of those welcomed into death's embrace. Like, that's not just cool generally, but for the lore in this game, it's kind of neat because of this, like, cycle of life and death. And the relationship to lands and the Erdtree and things. So, this Sacred Tower has some relevance to the concept of death. And potentially one way that Mikola was going to differentiate his dynasty was how they handled death. So, we'll see if we learn more about that. Alright, everything else I've examined. Let's just take another look at that painting. Alright, so a tower with the tall columns should be fairly recognizable. And then the angle to it with the rocks, I'll worry about that later. It might be right there. Yeah, that's definitely it. So that's the Sacred Tower. I think it's a different angle onto it that this painting is, but we'll worry about that later. Okay, I've been there before. No need to go back. So this area's got these leftover takes on Greek columns. They got the column head. I love the spiral. The spiral is really cool. Definitely good design work for the DLC. Come on, buddies. It's always at the worst timing. At some point, I think I'm going to have had enough of this boss. Maybe now. Maybe I'm tired of him for now. I could turn off co-op for the rest of the game. But I want to stay locked into the DLC world. Yay! Backhand blade. So that's another backhand thing. Curved blade wielded with a backhand grip. Type of weapon wielded by horn scent for generations. Those are probably horn scent, those things I just fought. The style of combat associated with this weapon is marked by spinning slashes and gouging thrust attacks. That's definitely what the shadowy guys are doing. Skill blind spot. Leap into close quarters to take advantage of the enemy's blind spot and gore them from the side. Inputs determine which side you strike from. Hey. That's pretty cool. Slips below the opponent's guard. Very cool. So, and they have a specific class for this weapon, the backhand blade, of which I've picked up the other one, the circle thing. So I should have 2 of these things now in this category. But where are they? There they are. So 2 backhand blades. One's more of a dex version, and one's quality-ish. Cool. I want to try those out, but I just decided that I'm gonna try out these claws for a little bit, so we'll worry about other weapons later. Okay, so is that really all that was over here? Let's check out this water. Yeah, too high up. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's an area to go down to anyway. Yeah, so it carves off this whole right side, and there's a bridge to get to it. Alright, well, let's hug it and see what we find. Yeah, probably not. Ah, it's very picturesque. Monster ahead, but tranquility. Like over there. Okay, so we got some active combat, which we've seen in the base game in a few sections, and is lore related every time, with the Cuckoo Knights and the Lanedell representatives. So here we got some kind of monstrous things spitting blood. Wow. Just going to town on these mesmer soldiers, maybe? Cool. Yeah, wicked sword indeed. There's some mushrooms at the base of this dead tree. There's an enemy up on top of that arch. And another guy here. So I'm presuming that this is the monolith for that guy, for the fire golem. Come on. Interesting that you choose to stay there. Grave glove work. I think that bird corpse didn't fall down. Well, hopefully there's no item up there. No drop. It doesn't matter. Okay, so there's the bridge. I like that bridge a lot. That looks really cool. Pretty cool. By dog, do they mean bird? Perhaps. Okay, so that area you can go to, though I don't suspect I can drop from here. I cannot. Another pretty view. Yeah, this is a really nice world, a really nice area. It's got a different kind of awe and wonder than the sights of the base game. that's, I think, what we all wanted. Like, not just a clone of the architecture and design of any of those areas, but something new. But it still has that wow factor. Are any type of ballistas up there waiting for me? Maybe? Probably not. So I can go forward, I can go across the bridge, I can go over this way. Kind of want to go back that way. Wow, there's so much. There's a whole stuff over here too, down and to the right. And get back to you. Is that a site of grace? No. Maybe. It is, and an NPC next to it. Maybe? Or a different type of enemy. I think it's an NPC. But there's two of them. Are there two NPCs? I can't target them, so that's the telltale sign.
Another, treading the heels of Miquella. Then, as that woman would surely say, we are in our purposes well aligned.
That woman is Leda, probably.
Your kind are not forgiven.
Tarnished are not forgiven.
My people's enemy, by Marika long betrayed, set aflame. I believe Miquella's apologies when he says our delivery will come, but never will I see your kind as worthy.
Fair enough. I don't see me as worthy either, so...
And yet my oath I cannot overlook. If Miquella it is whom you would seek, then comrade, allow me to give you this. These are the sites of the crosses I found. I urge you, follow after Miquella. As long as you abide by his footfalls, you will be no enemy to me.
That's my plan. Cross map, excellent! So these are locations of these crosses. So this is referred to as Miquella's Cross or something? Map of cross sites, or just a cross.
I urge you, follow after Miquella, as long as you abide.
That's my plan. A simple map drafted by a horn scent, marked with the locations of golden crosses. These crosses indicate Miquella's footprints. Okay, so that's like where Miquella was. Alright, this complicates things. So this presents it as like Miquella went on a journey in this world. Not so much created or built this world. We'll see. And his other commentary was also interesting regarding the relationship to the Erd Tree. So an enemy to the Erd Tree. And yet he said something that seemed to indicate like that he didn't like that Marika burned it. Yeah, Marika through us burned it.
I urge you, as long as you...
Interesting. Touch cross. Carved words coalesce. I abandon here the first of the flesh of my body. Oh. The first of the flesh. So I guess this is the first place that he came to on his path and abandoned his flesh, which we're about to pick up. Scattered tree fragment. Period blood burgeon. Good times. A young shoot heavy with Empyrean blood. Wow. I mean, exceeding rare to find, no kidding. It requires Empyrean blood. There's not exactly a ton of those. So, said to burgeon forth from where the golden blood of Mikola, the wounded Empyrean, pooled. The wounded Empyrean. So, how did Mikola get wounded? Now, that's going to be part of the discovery. What do you use it for? So it's a consumable crafting item. Okay. Now we got another buddy. Hi, other buddy.
Ah, Lady Leda spoke of
Leda.
you. You're that tarnished. Guided here by kindly Mikola. Weren't we all?
Indeed.
I am Freya. I once fought alongside General Radahn.
Really?
In battle, you can be sure I'll hold my own.
You fought alongside Radahn. Were you present at the festival? I don't believe so. Freya? Doesn't ring a bell.
Oh, another thing. Did you speak to our dour little friend?
Sure did.
If you've yet to do so, have him give you a map of the cross's whereabouts. You'll find more of them dotted about these lands. They are Mikola the Kind's footprints.
That's good to know.
To do so, assuming you.
Alright, let me see if you say anything else now that I've talked to her.
You, as long as you abide.
Yeah, it didn't really seem like it. Alright, so we have one, we need a second. So they're still here. Are they marked on the map? So Mikola's Cross is marked, as is Redmane, Freya, and Hornsent. So you're definitely a Hornsent. There's no question about that. What is up with your head? Out of the way, ghostly figure. So it might be some... Like, those look like worms. Okay. Keep an eye out for other horn scent. Alright, this looks like mostly empty space, but let's take a look through here. Some enemies up there. Have I fought you before? Probably. Very fun. I definitely fought that one, I think. I might have fought these two as well. Okay, so there's that bridge. And there's this arch. Well, let's go through here. It's been pretty sparse up to this point. I imagine that's going to change. Giant jump attack. Why is it always for night? Some of these shadow guys on the path. Yeah, you might be. Yeah, you might be like that guy. Well, it's misty out. A little bit of a corner over here. Let's see what's up with that. I definitely like these black fireflies, not just because it's a cool name, but because I can make those hefty fire pots, which I think are going to be fun to use. Why is there a bloodstain here? Thought I heard another dog. I did. Alright, so we're about 15 minutes of recording time. Do another 10 minutes or so, take a break, upload this, see how things are looking, and maybe continue some more in the near future. Well, these are just some horrible sounds. Wow, what a view. Okay, so that way continues up the path I was going up before. So I'll do that in a second. But there's more to this side. There was another enemy here too, another shadow guy. Where'd he go? Could have sworn there was. I think you're an animal. Wow. Glorious. Okay. So I haven't been on top of this yet. Probably at some point I'll be able to. You start inside of here. You can't go on top of here yet either. Alright, so up to this fortress is a reasonable enough direction as anything. Wait, where might you go? Maybe you go up. Smithing stone, always good. I mean, I can buy them now, but nevertheless. So these look like bats from the lands between. Yeah, of course. Come on. And so you do that attack too. So they seem to be the same type of bat, I guess. Don't really see any obvious difference. More bats. Death oh death. Yeah, sure, but it's like... That might be my favorite shot. I love that. Hello, bats. Oh. Some kind of spooky guy over there. I wonder if he's one of those like fire-breathing ones that we saw at a distance. Looks the same. This is a cool corner. Try left then seek hole. That could potentially be relevant. And then try night. Again with the night. It is night. So we'll see. Whoa, there's a bunch of these guys in every direction. Hole. Okay. I see what they meant by hole. Maybe. Okay, so now let's see what you do. I have not encountered you before. Okay. Big, strong, lumbering attacks. Not bad. I didn't see any blood spewing. Maybe it's not the same type of enemy. Alright, so now we're above the area where we start. Ish. More like towards the mausoleum side. So this has some attributes similar to Elden Ring base game where if you like explore like little corners, if there isn't a item or enemy, there's like a couple materials to farm as just a marker that you've been there. Alright, so you're with your dog buddy. Okay. So you do the blood attack. I didn't see any like indication of accruing status ailment, so not sure what that attack is about yet. Hey, turtles! Hey! And an item. Oh, it says, that's the thing, the revered spirit ash. Hey, you found a good place to camp out. Angel ahead. Sorry, turtles. Sorry, turtle. Come on, doggy. Yeah. So what does that do? So ruins of like a church or something, structure next to this pool of water, next to the revered spirit guy. So another one was over here, is that right? Maybe? It was kind of like over here. So there wasn't a pool of water for the other one. There's a circular thing up here, but I haven't been up there yet. So no connective tissue for those things. I see some light up there. It's at the top of the hill. That kind of has a different vibe to it than the other spirit tombs and such. Alright, this seems like a good enough place to end the stream. And then we'll pick up from here next time.